To take you to another event on the go. It is City Power in Johannesburg giving an update on the infrastructure damage and restoring power to areas affected by it.
Quite unfortunate that is actually the area where the rate of theft and vandalism is really astronomical. Per day, we wake up to a minimum of 2 mini substations actually vandalized in that area. And you'll appreciate that a mini sub, we're talking about equipment that costs us about $500,000, which means we are losing about R1 million a day at a minimum in that area. In certain instances, it's about theft. Obviously, people are stealing certain components, but in certain instances, it's really just vandalism. It's also the area that at some point in time we spoke to where people were just coming in to steal fuses. So every single day we're waking up to fuses being stolen. So there's a lot of theft and vandalism in that area. Now this is compounded by load shedding. So you'll appreciate that when load shedding is happening, it's downtime for the network and criminals take advantage of that. And we're actually at a back foot because you'll appreciate that we do have to announce, right? We do have to communicate to our customers so that they can make alternative arrangements. But unfortunately, as we announce, we are also announcing to the criminals who then take advantage of that. So we do have plans, obviously, to ramp up security in that area. But, you know, somebody once said that you cannot use people to block people as well. So we are also ensuring that we do explore technology in that regard that would assist us so that we also have vandal-proof equipment, timber-proof equipment going forward. But at the same time, we appeal to the partnership of our communities through perhaps community police forums, and we're excited that the response has been quite positive, especially from that area, that they're willing to partner with us so that we stop these criminals. So that is something that contributes, obviously, to the slowness as well in that particular area. And then I think with regards to the other question of is there pushback and do we have challenges in terms of resources on the ground? Truth be told is that the City Power was structured in terms of a shift system. That meant we only have 25% of our own human resources at any given time. And obviously, you know, the tools of trades would have been also geared, you know, along that. Now we've made arrangements so such that we've got at least 50% of the capacity during the day so that we can deal with more of these faults during the day. But also visibility is key in the type of work that we do. We've also done the numbers. Our own internal productivity stats will tell us in terms of the number of calls that we receive in certain hours. So we are then aligning our operating model to the business drivers on the ground instead of just saying we've got a blanket availability of resources in terms of these hours. So at the moment, the resources that we are availing are equipped with the tools of trades. We've ensured that, you know, they've got all that they need in order for them to do the work that they need to do. But we do acknowledge, though, that these are abnormal times, which therefore means we are depleting our stock at a much faster rate than anticipated. So we will find ourselves running short of certain materials, but we've got our SEM on the ground, ensuring that we pull all the service providers that we have, and we ensure that we will have enough to deal with those demands. I'm not so sure, Isaac, if you want to add something. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. That's the issue of the snake.
Okay.
50 hours.
All right. Yeah, on the Allen Snake issue, Allen Snake is part of the Panorama substation outage. It's one of the 4 outages that I spoke about that by midnight today we should have, you know, resolved those issues, and we should reach stability later this evening. So we are aware of the Allen Snake problem, and we are attending to it. Thanks.
Thank you. Any questions from the guys online? Tumaule? Oh, sorry. Esme, and then Mandla, and then Tumaule in that order. Oh, Pete as well. Esme, Mandla, and then Tumaule, and then Pete. Thank you.
Good afternoon, City Power. This is Councilor Liebenberg speaking. I am speaking on behalf of residents of Roodepoort. We've been dealing with a lot of issues, as you guys did tell us. My question will be, or a favor from City Power officials, to please update us as councillors on a more regular basis. We are dealing with residents who has been without power since, some of them for the last 5 days, some of them 4 days. We're also dealing with residents who are on oxygen machines and things like that. And when we do not get any information coming through from City Power, they are actually starting to attack us, and we are trying our best to protect you guys and save you guys from being attacked as well. So my only question is, please, can we have more regular updates so that we can inform the residents affected? Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Mandla? Mandla, you muted.
Thank you. Yes. Sorry. Thank you very much, and thank you for giving us an opportunity to engage with you during this unfortunate sort of crisis we have. But I heard that the CEO was speaking about the issues of vandalism and all those things, and then she says that in Randburg, particularly, that they have tried to solve some of the issues around there. But I live in Blackheath currently, and our grid now is still off since yesterday. And what would be a cause for a suburb like this, because maybe if you go to other areas and then you find that maybe that your crew on the ground, might be checked and all those things. But what might seem to be a problem to come and assist in areas like this in Blackheath, just Northcliffe area, what's the issue there? And the second thing is that does this issue also is affected by the load shedding schedule and all those things, and how are we trying? Well, are you guys trying to help, or maybe trying to make sure that you align, whatever that maybe ESCOM, is arrangement and so on for us, and I agree with the councillor that the communication part of it is also important, so that we can also know what's happening and we know what are the issues. And I saw on your Twitter that of which I'm happy about the Twitter account. It's very helpful, but also it would be great that you improve it. So those are the two issues that I wanted to raise. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's just take two more, Peter, and then tomorrow.
All right, tomorrow coming from Newsroom again. Are you concerned about embezzlement? We hear that some of the transformers that are taken are quite specialized. You need specialized tools. You don't just walk there with a spanner and a hammer and remove it. And people have been saying, law enforcement agencies, that some of these syndicates also have mirroring equipment. They look like your employees when they're working out there. Could it be that you are being sabotaged from the inside? People taking from their own supplies and reselling, or doing whatever they need to do with that?
Yeah, just with the follow-up, you say that you have 50%. I just wanted to get a follow-up. Is it staff capacity on the ground? Does this mean you've beefed up your resources or more boots on the ground? And just from a bird's eye view, how's the figures looking like in terms of how much this has cost you so far? I know it could fall into the millions, but just like an estimate of how much it's costing you. Thanks. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add. From the remarks we're getting as well, is there a problem in terms of communication? Because it seems so that people are complaining about the results of the exams.
All right, thank you. I think to begin with, it's really to be thankful that we've got the media, we've got councillors, and we've got customers. So we really have all the stakeholders that we need to get the message across. So I think, Councillor, I do acknowledge the point that you're making, in that at a time of crisis and where electricity is concerned, communication is really everything, because we may not be able to restore everything all the time, on time, but if we are able to communicate, it assists really in getting our customers to make alternative arrangements for themselves. So what we've done on our side is to obviously beef up communication. We acknowledge that we were not structured to respond, to be on crisis mode all the time, the way we are in now. It is for that reason that we actually issued an ad in terms of specifically for communication, where we are recruiting more personnel, and we're happy to say
that is a briefing there by the leadership of City Power, as led by City Power in Johannesburg, the CEO there, Chifularo Mashava, who's been giving an update on the response to the disruptions of power supply that have happened in the last few days as a result of the heavy rains and storms, as well as criminality, frankly. They've been talking about criminality that has been happening around City Power infrastructure. They're saying that they've received close to 4,000 calls from various residents across the city of Johannesburg who are reporting outages and disruptions of power supplies. And you heard there, among the people who are posing questions, they include people who are elected councillors who are concerned with how this all impacts on the wards that they represent. A massive problem that City Power is dealing with. The constant outages, as well as sabotage and theft and vandalism of infrastructure for electricity in the city. Our team is on the ground. Look out for more reporting, detailed reporting on that story.